lunch shower.
I do, but, food tastes better when I eat behind the wheel.
Stop.
We got maybe 10 blocks to go.
Okay, park over here and get ready to shoot.
We're supposed to go to 5th and Magnolia.
Well, we can dump a soft feature for a piece of hard news. That is our target of opportunity. And that target is our opportunity.
That's a limo.
It's a government limo.
How's...
TD, Transportation Department. It's so big and so clean and so illegally parked.
And the story?
The story is some guy taking his wife shopping at our expense. Oh, my God.
Thank you for helping me find this store.
Oh, it can't be.
You've been most helpful. Are you sure I can't tip you?
What do you mean it's a bigger story than you thought?
That's Adderly. He used to be our top intelligence agent. Now they're using him as an errand boy.
This lovely morning.
Now be careful. He'll spy you. He's good.
I'll never forget this lovely morning.
I know this vase is inexpensive, Adderly, but please be careful.
Hold this.
Adderly, where are you going?
Hey, Lenny. Lenny Fegan. Hey, Lenny, love the outfit. Having lunch at the King Fook? Have we met? It's been a long time, Lenny. I believe you have someone else's case.
Well, that looks like film at 11.
Maybe.
You have someone else's case.
For most of the people in the exclusive Markham
What do you mean you don't want airtime tonight? Former secret agent prevents bombing, and now a reporter saw it all.
We don't have it all. Look, where did that bomb come from? And where was it going?
You ask all those questions when you air the film.
And risk Adderly's life.
Sandra, our job is to serve the public.
Look, Paul, then why don't we ask all those questions of ISI and threaten to air the tape if we don't get the answers? Look, all I'm asking for is 24 hours.
Gary, we'll go with that turkey film. And that's what you've got, but no more.
Mr. Greenspan is really furious.
I know. I didn't spend all day with the ambassador's wife, but I managed to get back in time to take her for lunch at La Falaise. You put that in Melville's expense account and mark it rush. And phone ICOM and see what they have on Lenny Fegan. Hired gun, hitman, terrorist, and assassin.
Adderly, in my office? Now.
And my master's voice.
Miss Kirkwood was just leaving.
Been a long time, Sandra.
Did you miss me?
No. You miss me?
No. But you did miss me yesterday.
Pink coat, purple scarf, gray boots and bag. Chic, but conservative enough for the network. I was busy, but I'm not blind.
You can return the tape player when you're finished with it, Mr. Greenspan.
Melville, I'm sorry I had to abandon the ambassador's wife yesterday, but something came up.
I know. Miss Kirkwood was kind enough to provide an illustrated version of your activities.
Why didn't you air it last night? It's a lot better than her usual dog and pony show.
She will air it. Tonight. Unless we take her into our confidence, brief her on the story, and give her a 12-hour lead when we're ready to release it.
She didn't want your firstborn child? And what does she mean, take us into her confidence?
She wants to know who that woman was, for one thing.
That's no woman, Melville. That's Lenny Fegan, an old sparring partner of mine.
What none of them could know is that this criminal is...
That was a man?
They used to call him a master of 1,000 disguises. They'll have to say master of 2,000 disguises now that he's added women to his repertoire. He did some damage to some friends of mine in the field. I'd love to nail him. But we can't until we shake that reporter.
Couldn't we go along with her for a while, Adderly? A little publicity would be good for Miscellaneous Affairs.
I can't work with her looking over my shoulder.
Of course you can.
No.
Why don't we let Major Clark decide that?
The major will just take me off the case.
That never seemed to stop you before.
Melville, are you advising insubordination?
No. But I am advising you that we have a 12 o'clock meeting with Major Clark. Adderly, where are you going?
I still got till noon to nail him on my own.
Well, no,
Adderly, this is all I call will give me over the phone. It's Mom's address.
BH.
Yes?
I have a message for Lenny.
This ain't no message center.
I knew him in Europe.
No? Is that where you lost your hand?
Oh, it isn't lost. I know exactly where it is. Tell him it's not him we're after. It's the people that are paying him. He knows where to find me. Have a nice day.
He says you can make a deal and that you know where to find him. What's it all about, Len?
Mom, don't worry. It'll be all right.
Lenny!
Thanks, Mom. Bye.
Don't worry, it'll be all right. That's what you told me yesterday.
Look!
No, you look. You're supposed to be the man that nobody knows. Why is Adderly at your mother's house?
I didn't know he was in town. Don't worry. It'll be all right.
What, him around?
Maybe he won't be around for too long.
Look, don't you go off in any tangents. You know who your target is. I didn't pass you that bomb to blow up a garbage can.
Don't worry. It'll be all right.
Fine. But keep me posted and let me know the moment he makes contact.
Your appointment, sir.
Who?
Mr. Adderly and Mr. Greenspan.
Yeah, send them in. Adderly, on this one occasion, I will have to admit that you were justified in abandoning your assigned task in favor of your customary freelancing.
Thanks, Major. And can I assume that...
You may assume that I am grateful to you for preventing the bombing of a restaurant. But rest assured that ISI will deal with Lenny Fegan without your further participation.
He's mine.
No, he isn't. I have assured Miss Kirkwood Station that you will no longer be involved with the case. And I have persuaded them that the national interest requires the suppression of the film of yesterday's incident.
Sir, what if... I mean, wouldn't it be possible if Adderly continued and Miss Kirkwood were sworn to silence? Wouldn't that be a wonderful opportunity to show the public
That Miscellaneous Affairs is, in fact, an action arm of ISI? No, Melville.
Sandra Kirkwood will never believe you've taken me off the case, Major.
You're quite right, Adderly. She will be highly suspicious. She will be my eyes in this case. She will see that if you violate this order, clear evidence will be supplied to me in the comfort of my home through the magic of television at 11 o'clock. If you do your job, if you pursue your mundane assigned tasks, she will have nothing to report. But if you do anything else, There are worse assignments in this department, Adderly, than miscellaneous affairs.
Like what?
Oh, I hope you'll never find out.
Morning, Mona. Did we get the... What's the matter?
These papers will not balance.
Are they supposed to?
PH, I have been here since 6 a.m. this morning. This is Mr. Greenspan's inventory control system. Do you know that I am supposed to sign every time I want to take out a package of paper? So last night, I was checking the sign book. I am supposed to have 6 legal size and 7 letter, and I've got it the other way around, and I can't for the life of me figure out what I've done wrong, so I told Mr. Greenspan, and I think he's going to fire me.
No, Mona.
Morning, troops. Cold in here, isn't it? Mona, did you find your mistake?
Melville, you've got Mona really upset over nothing.
She's short 1 package of letter size.
Mona, didn't you say there's some important mail for Melville in his office?
Now she's reading my mail.
PH, the mail hasn't even come yet.
That's okay.
Adderly, what are you...
What's going on out there?
There you are, Melville. 6 legal size and 7 letter size, plus some scratch paper that wasn't on the inventory. Try to be more careful next time.
Oh, thank you, PH.
Any word from ICOM, Mona?
Oh, sorry. Well, no, they wouldn't give me anything on Lenny. So I told Mary Louise, I said, you can take your own damn poodle to the groomer, because I'm not going to...
Clark probably told him to freeze us out. That's okay. Lenny doesn't leave a pattern anyway, which is unusual for a paid assassin.
You mean he was paid to bomb King Fook?
Mona, a bomb in a restaurant can be designed to kill 1 person and look like a terrorist attack.
That's like wrecking a whole train to kill 1 passenger.
It's been done. That's why you're going to find out who had lunch at the King Fook yesterday. Get the manager to show you the reservation list.
How?
Improvise.
Oh, gee. Where are you going?
To find Lenny Fegan.
How will you find him?
With any luck, he'll find me.
Seema, I told you not to worry. He'd be back.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
I'm following you. Major Clark said I could.
What?
He said you were off the case, and if I didn't believe him, I could see for myself. So I'm...
Seeing for yourself. Great. Okay. Hang on.
All right, Davey, I gotcha.
Write down this license plate number. 086 BDO.
What the?
Adderly, you sneaky devil. The Concord Hotel? Your friend sure has expensive taste.
That's Lenny Fagan. Sure knows how to spend other people's money.
I told you not to come here anymore. Not this close to the job.
I didn't want to send this over in a taxi.
SR-21?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yes, there's been a gentleman around here asking about you, sir.
Is he alone?
Yes, he was.
Thanks, It's Adderly, the guy from yesterday. He's here, alone. Come on.
Oh, won't you need the gun?
Indoors. Let's go. I won't be using this room anymore. Come on.
Why do you want to go up?
I told you to wait downstairs.
Major
You
class.
should have brought your cameraman along. You could have got some great footage of you being killed.
You take the stairs and go out the back way. I'll check for his car.
This elevator's taking forever. I gotta get you off my back.
Come on.
Is there some other place you'd like me to be?
Uh-oh.
What next?
Well, if we ever get out of this alive, I've got to see Major Clack.
What?
We've got to stop meeting like this.
Start processing the death papers, then. And send a bereavement officer to see the family. Oh, I see I get a full report on this immediately. Thank you.
We lost someone?
Part of the job, Adderly.
Sorry.
My people tell me you're the only one who knows Lenny Fegan well enough to recognize him in disguise. He's good, Adderly.
Yeah, well, I'm better. But I can't do anything, Major, if...
Miss Kirkwood. Do what you do best. Lie to her.
I don't understand. You're on the case, but I can't work with you. Why?
Because Lenny's left town and I have to follow him. Of course, you could come with me. But it's a limited expense account. Shared accommodation, compact cars. But I'm sure your studio could get someone to do your job for you.
I'd never get it back.
I knew you'd see it my way.
Are you lying to me?
Would I lie to you?
Sandra!
You're not
needs your rest, and the doctor wants you here for observation.
Excuse me. Take some advice from somebody who's been here. Rest. Thank you.
Somebody tried to shoot me.
The doctor says you need rest.
Well, what makes you think he won't try and get me here?
It would be a serious violation of the Hippocratic Oath.
I meant the hitman.
Oh. Well, let me worry about that. I get paid too.
Well, you don't get paid to protect me.
I know. I enjoy it.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's one sure way to keep me in here.
You're right.
Mary Louise, listen, you drop off Fifi any old time. Bye.
What's going on, Mara?
How's Miss Kirkwood?
Well, she'll probably do a story on hospital inefficiencies.
Well, it's good of you to drop by. You know, it is really great having you officially on a case. ICOM is actually calling us with information. Okay, that car that was tailing you, it belonged to LaFaro Enterprises.
The arms manufacturer?
Yeah, that's right. But it hasn't been reported stolen yet. And they're sorry. Lenny Fegan may be a man of 1,000 faces, but they haven't got a picture of any of them. But he was spotted 2 months ago in Lusimba when the revolution was heating up. He was working for the government.
Lusimba, huh? Fighting for the good guys, that's a switch. Call ICOM and see if they have the address of an old friend of ours, an Australian soldier of fortune named Digger Cobb.
Is that 2 B's? Okay, anything else?
Yeah, do an in-depth search on LaFaro Enterprises. And send some flowers to Mount Sinai Hospital, room 1106.
Any note?
No, you write something, but be nice.
LaFaro Enterprises. I'm afraid he's tied up right now. Could I take a message?
Don't get up. I just have to see David LaFaro. First door on the right?
Left.
Right.
Presumably you have a reason for barging into my office?
B.H. Adderly, Department of Miscellaneous Affairs.
I never heard of Miscellaneous Affairs.
ISI. And we've heard of you. At the SR-21? Need some work on the sights.
I'm a very busy man, Mr. Adderly. What do you want?
Do you know a man named Lenny Fegan?
No, should I?
He was seen driving one of your cars.
We have a great many cars. Could be a friend of an employee.
Mr. LaFaro, Lenny Fegan is a hitman and a mercenary. Last seen fighting in Lusimba.
LaFaro Industries sells arms to the legitimate government of Lusimba. We do not deal with terrorists.
He tried to blow me away last night with one of these.
That's impossible. Why, the SR-21 is experimental. We keep it under tight security.
Well, maybe his friend lent it to him with the car.
Mr. Adderly, I run a respectable company. If you've any proof of what you're saying, tell it to Major Clack. Good day.
What was he doing here?
What ISI does. does best. Asking questions. I don't need this heat, Louise.
In a few days, that SR-21 contract's gonna be in your pocket. You got nothing to worry about.
I should never have listened to you. I should have ended this when I had the chance.
But you didn't. And now you're gonna have more money than you ever dreamed of.
Faro Enterprises was investigated a few years ago by a defense subcommittee.
What were they doing wrong?
Well, nothing really. One day they were a small firm. The next day they were bidding for government contracts.
How?
Financial backing, which came from... somewhere. Must have checked out, though, because they're in the middle of another major bid right now.
Anything else?
Yeah, some of their shipments to Lucimba were hijacked by the rebels, but there's no evidence the company was at fault.
How fortunate. Was anybody connected with LaFaro having lunch at the King Fook yesterday?
Oh, I'm sorry. I know that maitre d' is really a tough nut to crack.
Night all.
Well, you've had a lot of experience with nuts.
What's this?
Oh,
This is
nothing.
not
Small
a big
stuff.
deal. It's just a stupid thing to smell.
Is your report ready yet on Miss Kirkwood's unfortunate incident?
Why don't you just tell Clack that I shot her and get her off my back?
On my desk in the morning. Anything on Lenny Fegan yet?
I'm taking the red eye to Toronto tonight. There's a guy named Digger Cobb who lives there. He should have something.
I'll need a full report of your expenses with receipts, no limousines. You can put that on my desk in the morning, too.
You better be here bright and early.
PH, your plane doesn't get in till noon.
So?
Paul, you can't run that story.
The network loves it.
It's half a story. We don't know who paid to have the bomb planted.
We'll run what we've got and force the rest of the story out into the open.
That's sensationalism.
Oh, that never bothered you before. It's this Adderly fella, isn't it?
You've got to give him a chance to finish.
What's he ever done for you?
Saved my life.
Besides that.
Paul!
You know what you're asking?
Of course I do. One more day, Paul.
Forget it, lady. I'm running a news show, not a Lonely Hearts Club.
Paul! Please!
Excuse me, I'm from the health department.
The health department?
Mm-hmm. We're looking for a typhoid carrier.
Typhoid?
Mm-hmm. He's partial to Chinese food.
Good heavens!
That's your cue. Good evening. This is a sad day for all of us on the late news. It's not just that one of our reporters languishes in hospital, cut down by an assassin's bullet.
Languishes?
It is that we have lapsed in our duty to our viewers. Today, for the first time in our history, we suppress the news. This television station entered into an agreement with the government to keep a story off the air. In light of the brutal attack on Senator Kirkwood, we've decided to ignore that agreement.
Oh, Adderly, I'm sorry.
Maybe I should return this for a one-way ticket.
Sandra, this is for you.
We all know violence can happen in our city. It can occur at any place at any time. But what we're about to see is something we expect to see in Beirut or Belfast, and not on the streets of our hometown.
You have someone else's case.
For most of the people in the exclusive Markham shopping district this afternoon, the incident began as a simple street crime. What none of them could know is that this criminal is actually an agent, or operative as they are known in the spy business, working for international security and intelligence. Our cameras captured the dramatic events that followed. What you've witnessed is an ISI agent foiling an attempted terrorist attack. But so far, there's been no word from ISI or any other government source explaining the incident. It is as if they have decided it never happened. Or worse, that you, the public, don't have the right to know. Sandra Kirkwood.
G'day, V8. This is the last bloody place I expected to see you.
I could say the same thing, Digger.
You didn't come up here to watch me load bottles.
I came up about an old friend.
Oh, yeah? One of yours or one of mine?
Lenny Fegan.
Make my day. Tell me that the Simbans captured him and ate him.
I thought you two were comrades at arms.
Comrades in arms. Bloody traitor, that's what he was. Regimental supply officer he was. And always short of rifles and grenades. And didn't we bloody wonder what was bloody up until...
Till what?
We captured a rebel supply dump. And there they were. All we were short. Just sitting there. Ready to blow us to kingdom come.
Sure it was yours?
Sure they were ours. In the original cases with the Pharaoh stamped all over them. He bloody well sold us out. Him and his damn Sheila.
There was a woman involved in Lusimba?
Nah, not in Lusimba. But every time supplies were due, he'd be on the phone long distance to her.
What'd they talk about?
I never knew. But I'd lay fair odds she was tipping him to the supplies so he could tip the rebels when to hijack them.
Thanks, Digger.
CH, if you do catch up to him, do me a favor. Make the bleeder die a slow one.
Where is he? Did you see that footage?
Yes, Mr. Greenspan.
Mike is going to come down on us so hard for that.
You'll feel better after he gets his sweatshirt.
Adderly, where have you been?
There you go, Mona.
Oh, no.
Did you see the news last night?
There you go, Melville.
Did you see that footage?
Next time I'll make sure they shoot me from my good side.
Did you find Lenny Fegan?
Not yet, but I'm getting close. Mona, any news on the victim?
The victim?
Person he's after. Did you find out who's lunching at the King Fook?
Only two important names, David LaFaro and his vice president, Louise Saunders, and they are in the middle of bidding for a major government contract.
Well, 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 this is getting very interesting.
Yeah, but who would want to kill them?
Would someone mind explaining to me what's happening?
Later, Melville.
Global Television Security.
Yeah. Sandra Kirkwood did a show on my wife's dad. He's got some dancing parrots.
Uh-huh.
Well, she told my wife that she'd leave a copy with you guys. For the kids, you know, they want to see Grandpa and his birdies.
Look, all our tapes are in the second floor library. Just come down before 5 and some.
I want that tape.
Look, the whole world saw that tape, and you weren't on it.
I'm not talking about that tape. What about the rest of it? The part that wasn't on the air?
Fine!
Before Adderly gets it.
Watch it, buddy!
I know I promised to take you to lunch, but...
Never mind that. Would you give me a hand with these? I gotta get to the studio.
Did your doctor say it was okay?
He's gonna need this bed for my producer when I get finished with him.
And you'll have both arms in a sling.
Yeah, well, it'll be worth it. He risked your life.
Do you care?
About that much.
How'd you like to do a follow-up?
What do you mean?
I was referring to the story. Between us, we've got two good hands, and I want to take another crack at LaFaro. I want you to go to the studio and get the tape you shot.
You're not trying to get rid of me?
Promise.
But you've already seen the tape.
Not that tape. The stuff that didn't make the TV.
How do you manage to do this sort of thing on your own?
Well, the women I hang out with usually know how to dress themselves. No. The dress. I'll get it.
Hey. Miss Williams, get security up here. If you've got something to say, leave a message with the receptionist on your way out.
You don't care that somebody's trying to kill you?
I'm sure you've concocted another fascinating theory, but I've got a lot of work to do. The government is very demanding of its suppliers.
On Monday, you had lunch at King Fook's. Lenny Fegan tried to serve you a bomb for dessert. Did Louise Saunders show up for lunch?
No, she didn't.
Mr. LaFaro, I think you're in very great danger.
Mr. Adderly, I'm sure your paranoia weaves all sorts of interesting patterns.
But do her duties include knowing all the details of your arms shipments?
Get out of my office, now!
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you had another meeting.
I don't.
What did he want?
He's ISI. He knows. Oh, my God. It's all gonna come out.
They know nothing. Now, don't crumble on me, David.
Now, then, this was my idea. None of it.
Nobody's gonna believe that. You took the money I offered. You're in this as deep as me, and don't you ever forget that.
You trying to have me killed?
Why would I want to do that?
D.H. Adderly to see Sandra Kirkwood?
Library, top of the stairs.
Thanks.
Hold it. You wouldn't happen to know the name of the cop who went upstairs?
Cop?
He wanted to talk to Miss Kirkwood, too. He took off so fast I never even got his name.
Come on, baby. Where are ya? Come out and play with Lenny.
Lenny got the wrong tape. This is the raw footage. Stuff that didn't make air.
Hey, Lenny, love the outfit.
I hope he's not too disappointed.
Paul's a good editor. He wouldn't have left out anything important.
Well, what's unimportant to a news show might be very important to a bomber. Stop, can you back up right to the beginning? Okay, go slow. Stop. Can you zoom in? Bingo.
Bingo?
That is Louise Saunders, Vice President of LaFaro Enterprises, who has access to LaFaro rifles and who could supply Lenny with a LaFaro company car. Come on, we've got a lot of work to do and not much time to do it in.
What was so important that you had to send for me in the middle of the night?
I sent for you. Who's he?
Oh, I forgot. This is Lenny. Mr. Fegan was our man in Lucimba.
Your man in Lucimba.
Look, you took the money. That makes you as guilty as I am.
I should have turned you in.
Oh, no. I should have killed you. But I know you didn't have the guts to go to the government.
I didn't break the law.
Oh, no. You just took the hush money to develop the SR-21. We were the ones who made the hijack arrangements. All you did was get paid to keep your silence.
No more, Louise. No more silence. No more sleepless nights. I'm blowing the whistle.
Just said the magic word.
I told you it had to end like this. You're not going to turn us in.
I think you just did.
Ma'am, how do you feel about spending the rest of your life in jail?
Oh.
Meanwhile, David LaFaro has pledged full cooperation with the authorities, saying, after years of silence, it's the least I could do.
Good for him.
Good for her. I mean, Sandra Kirkwood is on the front page of every newspaper in the country. You know what? Network wants to move her to Paris.
Really?
Yeah, that would be a shame.
Why?
Well, I mean, you know, I like her little articles about talking plants and doggy psychiatrists. No, I would really hate it if she left town.
How about you, VH?
Well, speaking of the devil, not the devil. So so what's happening? Are you going to Paris or?
Well, unless somebody can convince me to stay.
Oh, well, I have to get some water for the plants or some coffee. Not coffee for the.
Well, do you want to?
Want to what?
Convince me to stay.
No.
No?
If it was me that had the foreign posting, you wouldn't ask me to stay.
So, this is goodbye.
Well, let's look at it this way. With you over there, there's just one more reason for me to get back in the mainstream.
I'll see you over there.
Count on it.